Now, I know other reviewers such as Evangelist have already done some of these guys, but I haven't seen all 4 been done. I got the set without all the sets. That sounds really weird. I got the set that was the basic set without all the extra pieces to connect for the little platforms. So, I want to show the box off before I take them out and play with them for a while, and I'll show you. But this box is very actually nice. It has really great artwork on it, as you can see over here. And I'm usually one that I don't really like box art or anything like that, but this is actually going to pain me to take out of the box because they just really look nice. They have more artwork on the back, and then back here you see them all out and in the pose. Up there they look actually weird because it doesn't look like the artwork that it's advertising for, but that's something different. But yes, the packaging and the box is actually very nice. And I don't know, it looked nice, but I wasn't expecting this. It almost makes me not want to take them out, but I would never do that. So I'll take them out and show each one on its own. Alright, so the figures came with a really nice display piece that has this backdrop, as you can see here. Really nice artwork. As I can tell by finding with all the turtles, I have been playing with them for a few minutes, they seem to have all the basic articulation. So I'm going to be using Leonardo as my basic model for the current time. All their arms can go left and right, out, and up and down. They can also point at the elbow at different degrees. Now, there is no waist movement, sadly. Their legs can go, I'll use this one. His legs can go in, out, left and right, and also up and back. They can bend at the knee and still go in and out. Even his feet are articulated. There's a lot of articulation to these little toys. It's not much, but it can help you balance them even more. Now, something that some of the fans were complaining about, well, some of the younger ones, is that their necks seem really odd, but they are it's a very good representation of the original comics. As you can see, they are very long, but if you haven't decided to get these figures based on that, what I mean to say is, if you weren't going to get these figures based on their long necks, then you probably don't want to get these figures anyway, because of their colors and their classic design. But you can make their necks look not as long by even having a hinge on the neck. So, and that. Now, Leonardo comes with his 2 traditional swords, and everything on this figure is very tight, including the hands, which makes a bitch to get some of the weapons in. But he comes with his swords, and since I didn't get any of the other accessories in this basic pack, that is all he comes with. All the figures come with their basic weapons. So I'll put him here. The next one I'll do is Don. Donatello comes with his stick. And his bow staff, I guess. He's the same, fully articulated, as I said. They're all basically the same mold. They do have different faces, however. As you can see, he's not showing any of his teeth at all. His bow staff, as I shall call it, is a pain in the bitch to get in his hand, because you have to actually take it apart and then slip it in. You feel like you're breaking the bow staff as you're first taking it apart, as if you don't know if you're supposed to, but then you are, everyone, so don't be afraid of trying to break it or not. So I'll put him over here. Next we'll do Raph. Raphael comes with his 2 sides, and he has this very angry face on him. Once again, they all have the same articulation. Right. His side can actually go in this way, as you can see here, through his 2 fingers, or through their equivalent of our thumbs and hand, like that. It looks really weird, but you can do it both ways, depending on however you feel like doing it. they are probably the easiest weapon to get into the hands of these figures. Last but not least, we have Michelangelo. And Michelangelo, he was one of my favorites growing up, but I always didn't really like nunchucks. Although they have been growing on me lately, especially with this figure. He can make a lot of great poses, and he has that just great smile on his face. I was very happy. He comes with 2 sets of nunchucks. As you can see, I actually slipped this one underneath his arm. You can actually do that, and it stays in place. You can actually just slip it in underneath. Using the soft material, which all these do have these soft bandana material. And it feels like it could tear very easily, so I'm just saying to be careful with it. But Michelangelo, I think, is my favorite of the bunch, only because he can do poses like this with his nunchucks. They're all great, but I really like him. So basically I'm doing this review to see whether or not you really should get these figures. And I'm going to say, as not a huge Turtles fan like myself, I do recommend these figures, but beware some problems, such as like a lot of weird paint applications. I'm not sure if this camera will pick it up, but on his head there is a lot more red than there should be. But he seems to be the only problem in the paint where it's not supposed to be department. I was trying to hold out for the black and white versions of these figures to come out, but I couldn't take the wait, and I just went out and, well, I ordered these off Big Bad Toy Store. Now, I don't think you should actually get this set, because I actually feel kind of, well, cheaped out, because I realized a few days later after I ordered this set that the new ones, well, not new ones, but a different set was put on with all the different display cases for about $5 more. So get the one with the display cases, because it is, I think, worth it to get the one with the display. And not just the minimal weapons, which I got. I hope this video helped you decide whether or not you really want these, but I think if you are a big enough fan of the Turtles, which you don't even have to be to enjoy these figures, then you have already decided by now whether or not you will be getting these. But I do recommend at least these or the black and white ones when they do come out.